Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dynacort Fitness and Aquatic Center on the campus of Brunswick Community College. Today we have the semifinal games of the NJCAA Region 10 Conference Championship. Today's first game features the Cape Fear Sea Devils and the Louisburg College Hurricanes. Cape Fear reached the semifinal by defeating Fayetteville Tech 70-50 and Louisburg defeated Richard Bland 66-46. Today's second game, the other semifinal, will tip off approximately 20 minutes after the end of this first game, and it features the Bryant and Stratton Bobcats and the Southwest Virginia Flying Eagles. The winners of these two games will face each other tomorrow at 2 p.m. right here. Please come. The National Junior College Athletic Association of Brunswick Community College promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Negative comments, profanity, racist, sexist, or other abusive comments or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated on our grounds for removal from the facility. Brunswick Community College thanks you for your support and cooperation. Will everyone please rise and let's honor America with our national anthem.
And a good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Region 10 Division II Women's Basketball Semifinals. Our first semifinal is the 2-3 matchup. It's the second-seeded Cape Fear Sea Devils at 24-4, taking on the third-seed Louisburg Hurricanes at 25-4. And hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Let's run down the starting lineups, and then we'll set the stage for today's first semifinal. First for the Hurricanes and Jason Rasnick. Number 1 is Trinity Smith. Number 2 is Jade Clowney. Number 3, Candace Daniels gets the start as always. Number 4, Chloe Rush. And number 24, Diamond Sturdivant. Starting today for Cape Fear and head coach Taylor Todd Williams, it's number 0, Kahari Little. Number 2, J.C. Bolden. Number 14, Demaya Chisholm. Number 24, Sierra Sims. And number 31 is Kelly Holmgren. So that's the starters for both of these teams. For the second seed Cape Fear Sea Devils reaching the semifinal, defeating Fayetteville Tech 70-50 yesterday. Kahari Little 23 points, J.C. Bolden 21, Sierra Sims had 11. Meanwhile, for Louisburg, they got by Richard Bland, a tough defensive game by the Canes. They beat Richard Bland 66-46. Candace Daniels had a game-high 19 points. 9 points for Trinity Smith and 8 points for Carolina Correa. These two teams are meeting for the third time this year, and Cape Fear has lost twice to Louisburg. And really what happened in the first two games is it's going to come down to rebounding here. That's the story in the first two games. Back on February 3rd at Louisburg, the Canes won 84-76. Louisburg plus 22 on the glass, which led to 13 extra shot attempts. So Cape Fear outshot Louisburg in both games, but it was the rebounding that was the difference in the second meeting as well. Cape Fear lost that one to Louisburg 69-67 back on the 17th of February. Louisburg plus 18 on the glass in that one. So against Cape Fear in 2 games already, the Canes are plus 40 on the glass. As you see, a one and done there. So if you're a Cape Fear fan, that's a good start. As we're underway here in this semifinal. Bryan and Stratton and Southwest Virginia will be tonight, and we'll have that one for you on YouTube. Down low, going to work is Sims, and Sierra Sims scores the opening bucket of the ball game. Turnover here by the Hurricanes. So Louisburg played so well defensively yesterday, going to have to put in that same kind of work that they did against Richard Bland here today. Sims out to the Region 10 Player of the Year, J.C. Bolden, who passes out to Chisholm, top of the key. Bolden now on the wing, and we got a foul called on Louisburg. With 8 on the shot clock, it'll go back to 20. Couple players a note in the first 2 meetings. Clowney for Louisburg, 29 points. She had 23 on that game on the 17th of February. Daniels in 2 games, 28 points, 21 rebounds. And Smith had 17 and 11 in the February 3rd game for Louisburg. For Cape Fear, Bolden, 47 points, 9 assists, 4 steals in the 2 games against Louisburg. Sims, 38 points, 20 rebounds, and 6 steals. Got a foul called on Sims, speaking of whom. So each team with an early team foul here. These 2 teams no stranger to contending for a trip to the national tournament. Cape Fear's been there a couple of times recently as Sierra Sims goes out, and I said Kelly Holmgren was in the starting lineup today. I was mistaken. Actually, Jeliah Henderson getting the start today, so Holmgren comes in now. And Louisburg is sloppy at the start as they turn it over yet again. So 2 turnovers on 4 possessions for the Hurricanes. Our poll is a simple one today. Does Louisburg make it 3 in a row against Cape Fear? You can vote on the YouTube chat right now. The Canes fans are out in full force on the poll. They've got it at 78% that the Canes do it. Holmgren for 3. Off the bench, can't get the jumper. Ball tipped, rebound controlled by Sturdivant. And we got another reach called on the Sea Devils. Second team foul on Cape Fear in this 2-0 start here in the semifinals. Daniels to inbound. Candace Daniels, 19 points yesterday. Clowney and Smith had trouble with the pass. A little nervous energy maybe for the Hurricanes at the start of this one. See if Cape Fear can capitalize, though. So far, just 2 points off the turnovers for the Sea Devils as they lead it 2-0 here in the first 2 minutes. Bolden into the forecourt. Little over to Chisholm. And an offensive foul is going to be called on Henderson, it looks like, on the screen. That is 3 team fouls on Cape Fear. Louisburg, their winning streak is up to 9 straight games. Cape Fear on a 5-game winning streak. First 2 meetings decided by 10 total points between these 2 Region 10 rivals. Bounce pass goes down to Rush, called for steps. And yet another turnover for the Canes, who have far more turnovers than shot attempts here in the first couple of minutes. Bolden into the forecourt. Here's Holmgren on the left side. Chisholm now between the circles. Chisholm out to Holmgren. Extra pass to Bolden, who gets around 2 defenders. Scoops can't score. Rebound controlled by Daniels. And then it's poked away J.C. Bolden trying to say she deflected it, but it's off her and out of bounds. Cape Fear averaging 13.9 steals per ball game. That's 19th best in Division II. It's a balanced team. 5 players average 2.2 steals a game or more. And I mentioned Bolden and Sims had a combined 10 steals in the 2 games against Louisburg. They were having some problems with the clock. As you know, that's been a theme here in the tournament, so the power went out. And they were able to reset that, so I'm not going to take a break. I'm going to keep it here, but hopefully we'll get back to action pretty soon. By the way, reason why this semifinal is up first and the game was supposed to be at 2 is now going to be played at 6 is Southwest Virginia involved in a car accident yesterday. Fortunately, everybody's okay, but I wanted to give them a little extra time. Coach Thad Lambert, I think, got the worst of it, but he said he's okay. I talked to him earlier today. All the players are okay, so, you know, one of those moments, but scary nonetheless. So that's why that game was moved to 6 p.m. All right, we're still coordinating things with the clocks, and I think the officials got it all situated now. So shot clock was off. And now what? Oh, the shot clock never started. So first it was at 20, then they set it back to 25, and then it didn't start. A herky-jerky start to this semifinal game. Okay, I think we're ready to go. So they took 4 seconds off the shot clock and game clock, I think. And now Sturdivant will inbound here. Cape Fear in a zone. Sturdivant in the lane, kicks it back out. Daniels over to Clowney. Daniels drives in with 5 to shoot, lost the handle on it. And a sloppy beginning for Louisburg. Shot clock violation this time. Cape Fear not really, again, capitalizing as it's still just 2-0. We got some changes for Jason Rasnick, not happy with his team's start. So Mackenzie Chabala is in for the first time. And number 13 is Kimora Cox. Little backing down, out to Holmgren, steps inside the arc, now to Bolden, back to Little, back to Bolden. Bolden top of the key, drives right of the lane, gets into the lane, puts it up short, bats it out. You shouldn't be able to do that on an air ball. Chisholm hoists, can't beat the buzzer, and it's a shot clock violation. This has not had a semifinal start to it, has it? In all respects. So Louisburg still trying to get on the board here. We're about 4 minutes in. We've had 1 bucket by Sierra Sims. That's it. Chabala gets it down low to Green. Green turnaround, or excuse me, that's Rush. Rush had it blocked out to Clowney for 3, had her shot altered. Cape Fear now looking to push. Here's Bolden into the forecourt. Louisburg gets back over to Holmgren. The 3 is good. Kelly Holmgren for 3, had 4 points yesterday. It's 5-0 now in favor of Cape Fear. 5:38 left to play here in this opening quarter. Daniels top of the key. Cox in the corner. Chabala for 3, no good. And a foul, a silly foul there by Chabala. So the Sea Devils are doing a nice job on the glass here at the start of this one. So Cape Fear, another stop. Here's Bolden again into the front court. Bolden was hobbled by a bit of foul trouble yesterday, but still finished right at her season average with 21 points in the game. A steal this time by Rush. Attacking Chabala, and an offensive foul is called as Little takes the charge. .5:06 left to go here in this opening quarter. Cape Fear's pitching a shutout. Bolden into the front court. And we got a tie-up. No, we got a foul. Going to be called on Clowney. We got a timeout, and Cape Fear and Louisburg have some things to talk about. A 5-0 start for the Sea Devils here in the semifinals. All right, welcome back, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. 4:57 left to go. Sea Devils by 5 here at the start of this one. Cape Fear basketball out of the timeout. Inbound to Little, had trouble with the pass. It's deflected around and recovered by Chisholm. Chisholm from right of the lane, can't get the bucket to go. Rebound controlled by Daniels. Daniels and Clowney out there. Cox remains in. Number 21 is Amaya Griffin, who had 4 points yesterday. Sturdivant, that's the 5 right now for the Hurricanes. Sturdivant back to Clowney. Cox on the left side. Sturdivant between the circles. Back to Cox, deep 3, no good. Another one and done. As the Sea Devils pull down the rebound. Little has it top of the key. Holmgren will try another triple and hits again. Kelly Holmgren with her second three-pointer, 8-zip for Cape Fear. Near side, it's Daniels from downtown. And a 6-minute scoreless start for Louisburg. Bolden into the forecourt. Holmgren. Now Little attacks. Swings it back out. Holmgren for 3 again. Not that time. Got to get her back on the left side. Cox comes away with it, then has her pocket picked. It's a steal by Little. Little can't get it to go. Offensive rebound put back by Chisholm, no, but the second effort is there for Chisholm. What a start for Cape Fear. My goodness. Louisburg, I mentioned at the start, it was all rebounding that helped them upset Cape Fear 2 times during the regular season. But they shot low percentages against Cape Fear. There's an offensive rebound, and finally, Sturdivant gets her team on the board. 10-2. J.C. Bolden bounce passes over to Holmgren. Now Chisholm on the right side. 2:50 to go here in the quarter. Little got doubled up. Chisholm attacks. Chisholm to the hoop, and she will score. Chisholm up to 4. Daniels on the wing. In the corner, it's Clowney from downtown. And another rebound for Kahari Little. Came in averaging just under 6 rebounds a game. J.C. Bolden attacks off the glass. What a play by J.C. Bolden. Her first 2. (14-2) here in the first quarter. Clowney stepping right, firing the 3 is Cox, no good. Ball trickles out, diving for it. 2 Canes are on the floor. They get tie up. I think is going to be the call as Chisholm was down there for Cape Fear. Possession arrow favors the Sea Devils. Henderson going to come back in for Cape Fear as Maya McDonald goes back to the bench. Smith is back into the game for Louisburg. Smith is out there with Griffin, Sturdivant, Clowney, and Cox. Holmgren, Chisholm, Little, Bolden, Henderson, the 5 for Cape Fear. Bolden to Henderson, top of the key. Here is Little on the right side. Holmgren gets it to the cutter. Henderson down low. No, but she's fouled. Jelia Henderson, 6 points yesterday. She'll try to get on the board at the free throw line. That is the 5th team foul on Louisburg. So Cape Fear in the bonus late here in this first quarter. Just 1 bucket for the Canes. Diamond Sturdivant scored it. So 1 out of 2 at the line for Henderson, who's on the board. 15-2 Sea Devils. Sturdivant on the near side. Handoff to Clowney, same spot. Now Sturdivant over to Cox on the left. In the corner, Smith. Cox bounce past Sturdivant. Back out to Cox for 3. Yes, off the bank. Kimora Cox was scoreless, played briefly yesterday. Gets on the board here and a much-needed bucket for the Canes. As we go inside a minute to play here in this opening quarter, Chisholm out to Little, top of the key for 3. Yes! Kahari Little from downtown, that's her first bucket. And it's 18-5. Clowney had it poked away. It's another steal. Henderson from Bolden attacks, can't score. Cox got the rebound. Cox pushes. Numbers now for Louisburg. Clowney for 3, an air ball. Little with the rebound. J.C. Bolden blows by the defense, scores again. 20-5 start for Cape Fear. Last shot time if you're Louisburg here. Oh, they take a quick 3. Sturdivant hits it, though. But now Cape Fear will just run it out. But a great start for the 2-seed Sea Devils. Lead at 20-8 here in our first semifinal. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Nice start for the Sea Devils here in this one. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. And again, the first of two semifinals here at Brunswick Community College. A 6-point start for Kelly Holmgren today. 4 for J.C. Bolden, 4 for Chisholm, 3 for Little, 2 for Sims, 1 for Henderson. As the Sea Devils force another steal, here's J.C. Bolden scoop and score. Bolden now up to 6. And it's all Cape Fear right now. I always say it, and it's always kind of true in basketball. If you're going to get down big early. So Louisburg has plenty of time, but they are just not taking care of the basketball. It's been turnover after turnover. And that was kind of the story in the first two meetings. In the first game that the Canes won at Louisburg, Hurricanes had 20 turnovers in that game. Cape Fear had just 11. Again, those first two games were decided solely on the glass. In each game, Louisburg crushed Cape Fear in rebounding. That has not been the case today. Henderson, no good. Brianna Shalito is in for the first time, brings it into the forecourt, and then called for steps. Rush is back in the game. Carolina Correa is out there for the first time as well. I think I said Smith is out there and also Daniels, so that's the 5 for Louisburg. Bolden has her pass deflected out of bounds with 18 on the shot clock. It's Bolden, Little, Smith. Correction, let me do this again here. It's Little and Bolden. It's Chisholm, Sims, and Henderson. That's the 5 for Cape Fear. Bolden between the circles against the zone. Bounce pass over to Little. Little the runner. Off the back iron, rebound controlled by Daniels. Daniels throws it ahead, attacking Correa, and she will lay it up and in. She's a good aggressive player, 8 points yesterday, like what I saw from her in the victory over Richard Bland. Hounding defense on Chisholm and a throwaway. Nice defense there by the Canes. Shalito pass deflected, gets it over now, and Daniels got it down low. The putback is good by Rush, and here come the Hurricanes. Chloe Rush, first points. Bolden left alone, left wing 3, yes, for J.C. Bolden, who's got 9. Region 10 Player of the Year looking like it here at the start of this one. Louisburg trying to answer. Correa misses the corner 3. Offensive rebound, though, to the Canes. And we got a foul called on the floor. Taylor Todd Williams going to bring Kelly Holmgren back into the game for Henderson. Holmgren hit a couple of three-pointers in the first quarter. She's got 6. Next media timeout will close our poll. Right now, the Hurricane fans are still believing at 62%. They think Louisburg's going to come back and win this game. 25-12 start for Cape Fear. Louisburg starting to settle in offensively as you see a nice backdoor cut there. Smith lays it up. Trinity Smith, first goal for her here this afternoon. Little doubled up over to Bolden. Again, this zone now for the Hurricanes. Bolden with the fake, drives in. Pass deflected and taken away by Correa. Energy off the bench for Correa, and she's going to the free throw line. Chance to make it a single-digit game. I didn't even get a chance to finish my thought, but yeah, if you get down big, you want to get down big early because there's plenty of time to work yourself back, and that's at least right now what the Hurricanes are trying to do. They've picked it up offensively, certainly. Starting to force some turnovers. Korea, 73% free throw shooter during the season. Gets the first one to go. As I mentioned, had 8 points against Richard Bland yesterday. So the lead is down to 9. See how Cape Fear responds now as Hurricanes have woken up. Chisholm goes right of the lane. Bounce pass is intercepted. This is the defense that we saw yesterday on display right now for Louisburg, and the layup is good by Smith. Here come the Canes. A timeout by the Sea Devils. 6:28 left to go. Cape Fear's lead is down to 7. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. Here come the Hurricanes. Now it's a 7-point game. It'll be Sea Devils basketball. Chris Shima, glad to be with you from the home studio in Cleveland, Ohio. Diamond Sturdivant with 5. Correa and Smith with 4 points each now. Chloe Rush has 2 for the Hurricanes. Sims, pass deflected. And Correa on the floor is going to be called for a foul, but you'll live with that if you're Jason Raznick, as she has provided a spark off the bench for these Hurricanes. Cape Fear got to respond now, and let's see what they come up with offensively out of this timeout. J.C. Bolden, 8 to shoot right now for Cape Fear. Chisholm out to McDonald, 3 to shoot. Chisholm got to go. She double pumps, can't hit. And the defense is on display. Daniels throws it ahead. Smith the extra pass. Correa now. Shalito gets it to Daniels, and she is fouled on a 3-point shot. Candace Daniels, a scoreless start to this one. Chance to get going at the free throw line. I believe it's going to be 3 shots. Kahari Little coming into the game after Chisholm for Cape Fear picks up her 2nd foul. 13th foul on the Sea Devils. So Daniels, 67% free throw shooter, averaging 17 a game, 7.7 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 3 steals per game for Daniels this year. Second team all-region player gets 2 out of 3, and it's a 5-point game as Sims pulls down the rebound. Cape Fear needs a bucket. Instead, it's going to be another tip and a steal by Smith. Here she goes off the glass again. Trinity Smith up to 6. It's a 3-point game. What a turnaround. Basketball, a game of runs. It's cliche, but true. Bolden has it stripped. 17 to shoot for Cape Fear with 5:17 to go here in this first half. Looks like McDonald is out. Little, Henderson, Bolden, Chisholm, and Holmgren right now for Cape Fear. Correction, that's Sims, not McDonald. So off the deflection, Kelly Holmgren to inbound it. And that's going to be knocked away again. Hurricanes down the court. Again, it's Smith. Smith and Correa have both contributed to this comeback. Jump ball was called, and Cape Fear on the tie-up will have the possession arrow. Sea Devils have been stuck on 25 for some time, just 5 points in the quarter as we're now past the midway point in the second quarter. They scored 20 in the first period. Holmgren pops. Yes, big bucket there for the Sea Devils. Kelly Holmgren up to 9. And we got a foul called on Little. That's 4 on Cape Fear, a team that's normally good themselves getting to the free throw line. About to put Louisburg in the bonus here. Was still the bulk of the second half of the second quarter to go. Sturdivant Rush out there. Correa and Smith stay in, and Daniels, the 5 right now for Louisburg. Ball fake Correa. Now gets it out to Daniels on the wing. Here's Rush. 5 to shoot now. Smith back out. 3-ball Daniels. No good. Nice box out there by McDonald, who's back in the game. Bolden now in the front court with 4:10 remaining in this second quarter. J.C. Bolden, bounce pass over to Sims. Sims left of the lane, into the lane. She will score. Ciara Sims' second field goal. Cape Fear back-to-back buckets. It's an 8-point game again. Another one and done that time for Louisburg. Championship game tomorrow at 2 p.m. And we'll have that for you, all the post-game celebration for the winning team. I didn't do a Louisburg game this year, but Sea Devil fans, earlier this year I had mentioned this may be a opportunity for a two-bid season out of this region. I've been told that's not the case. So basically you got to win this tournament if you want to go to the NJCAA championship. I don't know if that's something they predetermine. I've never heard of it being predetermined before, but that's the way it was kind of described to me, that it was already predetermined. But when you have Cape Fear and Bryan and Stratton, who have both spent time either in the top 20 poll or receiving votes in that poll, I mean, you can make a strong case for if Cape Fear and Bryan and Stratton both reached a championship game, that they should probably both make the national tournament. But it's my understanding that that is not in play. So whoever wins this tournament is the lone representative in Region 10, unless somebody tells me otherwise. J.C. Bolden was fouled, so she's at the line looking to get into double figures. And she does now with her 10th point. Bolden, 13th in D2 and points per game, coming in at 21.4, leading the region in that category, and good at getting to the free throw line. 21st in D2 in free throw attempts and makes coming into this tournament. Kelly Holmgren. Oh, I thought Holmgren touched that last. The official says no, so Holmgren evidently got the deflection, and it's going to be Cape Fear basketball as they look to go back up double figures. So Louisburg down double figures for most of the day, fights their way back. Bolden scores again. She's up to 12, and Cape Fear right back up by 11 after Louisburg got it within 3. Good response for Cape Fear. Now Louisburg's got to answer, and instead they turn it over. Henderson, I believe, scored. We didn't get to see the play. Our camera guy was asleep. 2:28 left to go. Cape Fear now back up by 13, just like that. Real good response for the Sea Devils. They have 10 points in the last, I think, 90 seconds, I want to say. Clowney back in the game. Daniels drives in. Her shot rejected. Sims gets the block. Here's Bolden. Oh, she's got Holmgren wide open. Didn't see her. And then a turnover. Bolden upset with herself there. You see her and Holmgren slap hands. JC's going to get a short, what I assume would be a short breather. Chisholm back into the game. So some changes for Louisburg in the middle of this run as Sturdivant, Clowney, Rush, Smith stays in, and Daniels, that's the 5 right now. Correction, it's Correa, not Smith, over there on the far side. 15 foul on the Sea Devils. Free throws now for Candace Daniels. Back at the line, I mentioned she had a team-high 19 points against Richard Bland yesterday. 2 above her season average. 3 points here today. All of it from the free throw line, where she is now 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. Holmgren, left wing. 3 triples for Kelly Holmgren off the bench. McDonald's pass deflected, taken away, another steal, and the layup is good for Clowney. Clowney's first bucket. Three by Holmgren again, off the back iron this time. Daniels with the rebound, then it's taken away by Sims. Chisholm will back it out. Driving baseline, up top, open look, McDonald for 3, no good. Comes right back to her, gets it to Henderson. Henderson to the hoop and scores. Sea Devils by 11 again. Henderson up to 5 points. 47 seconds to go until halftime. Sturdivant for 3. Fight for the rebound. Rush had it. Never able to gather. So here comes the Sea Devils. To the hoop, Chisholm. Way too strong. And it's saved, but out of bounds. So 7/10 difference between the game and shot clock here. Louisburg can hold for the final shot of the half if they want to do so. They're going to bring in Griffin, take out Rush. Clowney into the forecourt. Sturdivant back to her again. This is last shot time if you're Louisburg here. Or close to it at least. Driving in, Daniels can't score. Rebound controlled by Cape Fear, and that'll do it. So Cape Fear leads by double figures for most of the first half. Louisburg made a run to cut it down to 3, and then Cape Fear responds, and it's an 11-point game after the first 20 minutes here in our first of 2 semifinals in this Region 10 Division II women's basketball tournament. We'll take the halftime break. with Cape Fear ahead 37-26. Welcome back to the Region 10 Division II Women's Basketball Tournament semifinal action here on this Friday evening as the 3-seed Louisburg Hurricanes at 25-4 trail second-seeded Cape Fear at 24-4 by a score of 37-26. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you here at the home studio in Ohio. First half scoring for Louisburg, it was Trinity Smith with 6 points. Diamond Sturdivant with 5. 4 apiece for Carolina Correa and Candace Daniels. 2 for Chloe Rush, 2 for Jade Clowney. For Cape Fear in that first half, J.C. Bolden had 12. 9 for Kelly Holmgren. 4 for Sierra Sims, 5 for Jelaya Henderson, and 3 for Kahari Little. So Louisburg with the basketball out of the timeout. The runner is no good by Clowney. Where's our camera person? Our camera person is not there. All right, folks, I got to pause the commentary. Oh, there we go. He's awake. He's awake, ladies and gentlemen. Clowney out to Daniels. Daniels spinning. Defender fell down. Swings it out. Smith, corner 3. No good. Scoreless start for both teams here a minute into this second half. Winner will play the winner of our nightcap between Bryan and Stratton and Southwest Virginia, who were involved in a car accident yesterday. That's why their game was moved to later today. But fortunately, everybody okay. Attacking play by Sims, couldn't score. Here comes Louisburg into the front court now. Daniels turns on the Jets, gets around everybody, can't score. Tipped rebound comes to Little. Cape Fear has done a wonderful job on the glass today compared to the first 2 meetings when Louisburg was a combined plus 40 on the glass in those 2 regular season victories for the Hurricanes. Cape Fear has cleaned up on the glass here today. It's helped them out to a double-digit lead. Chisholm with 6 on the shot clock to the free throw line. Has to pull up. She does, and she hits. Demaya Chisholm with 6. Another steal. Throw ahead. Bolden can't score. Rebound controlled by Smith. There's Clowney into the forecourt. Swings it out, Sturdivant, back to Clowney on the wing. This is Daniels, right of the lane, into the lane, can't score, and that's going to go out of bounds, last touched by the Hurricanes. Alert play by Sierra Sims not to mess with it. If you're just joining us, Cape Fear led after the end of the first quarter, 20-8. They went up by as many as 15 in that first half. Louisburg went on a defensive tear where they forced several turnovers, cut the deficit down to 3, and then Cape Fear settled back in, pushed the lead out to 11 as the teams went to the locker room. So a game of runs so far, as the Hurricanes try to fight their way back down double digits once again. They get the stop they needed. There's Clowney into the forecourt. It's Daniels. Ball punched out to Smith in the corner. Smith had her shot blocked by Little. Staying with it, Rush. And they call the offensive foul, so wave off the bucket. First foul of the quarter for either team. Little goes out of the game as Kelly Holmgren comes in. 3 3-pointers for Kelly Holmgren in that first half. Henderson got the start in place of her today. She has it top of the key to Bolden. J.C. Bolden, bounce pass over to Chisholm, using the baseline, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Taking the charge was Rush, but that arm was extended almost before Rush was anywhere in the vicinity, so both teams with an offensive foul and a team foul apiece as a result. Championship game at 2 p.m. tomorrow for the winner of this one. End of the season for whoever loses this game. Down low, patient offense there by Daniels, and she's going to the free throw line. Got to get Candace Daniels going, just 4 points in that first half. Team's leading scorer. Got all 4 at the free throw line. That is the 4th foul on Sims, so she's out of the game. McDonald into the game. And Sims with 4 points will be likely out for quite a bit. So Daniels stays hot at the free throw line. She's only missed 1 of her 6 attempts so far. Six on the night for Candace Daniels. Chisholm dribbling around the perimeter. Goes cross court to Henderson. Her pass had trouble with it and then ran out of real estate. Called for steps, but she was falling out of bounds either way. Canes get a stop. Chance to get it down to single digits again. Clowney into the front court. Daniels for 3. Yes! Here come the Canes again. Candace Daniels now up to 9. And a foul going to be called here on Sturdivant. Don't forget, you can follow me on Instagram at Chris Sheeman, or you can follow at Region 10 Sports, or me on Twitter, I guess. Again, at Chris Sheeman. Winning team will post the highlights from the game for the winning team immediately after this one's over. Holmgren again for 3, her 4th triple today. She's up to 12. Cape Fear back up by 11. Sturdivant hit a 3 in the first half, gets it to Daniels, who goes to the bucket, can't score. 4-on-4 power play here for Cape Fear. J.C. Bolden, eyes were wide open, and her brain took off before her feet, and that's a travel. 5:22 to go here in this third quarter. Don't forget, our second semifinal will be up 20 minutes after this game is completed, or 6 p.m., whichever. Mental error there is Daniels not expecting the pass, so Cape Fear gets a steal and a turnover. J.C. Bolden left alone for 3. Too strong. Offensive rebound, McDonald out to Holmgren again. Her 5th three-pointer. Kelly Holmgren's got 15. She came in 29% during the regular season from 3. Having a real good semifinal. The lead is 14, and an offensive foul called on Louisburg. Timeout on the court. We'll step aside. It's Cape Fear by 14 here in the semifinals. That's me, Chris Shima. Glad to be with you. Also, the pictures are up from yesterday's action on Karen's website, so if you want to order some souvenir photos, either for yourself or your family, maybe for as a gift for some of the ladies on the courts, just scan that QR code that will bring up for you again at the next time out, and go to Karen's website. Part of the proceeds going to Brunswick Community College as well. These JUCOs, times is tough everywhere, so your support is appreciated. Couple opportunities for the Sea Devils come up empty. Here comes Louisburg now down by 14. Chabala back into the game. Clowney drives in, gets it out to her. The jumper is no good. Offensive rebound by Rush. The putback no good. And nice play there by Little to take it away. Little had 23 yesterday. She's only got 3 points today, but she's done a number of little things. I don't mean that tongue-in-cheek. It's just the way it came out. But Little playing anything but Little. That one I did mean. Some corny commentary there. An offensive foul called on the Sea Devils. Both teams with 3 team fouls as we go inside 4 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Semifinal between Bryan and Stratton and Southwest Virginia coming up after this one. Interesting to see. It's been a wild 24 hours for that Eagles team from Southwest Virginia, that's for sure. Chabala into the lane, can't bank it. Ball tipped out. Bolden is there. Bolden looking to push. Lost it off her foot, but able to gather. Nice job by Louisburg getting back defensively here. Down by 14. They need to string some stops together again with 13 minutes left to go in this game. There's one of them. And it's poked away by Holmgren. Recovered, though, by Smith. Out to Daniels. Daniels missed it short. Ball deflected. Daniels the offensive rebound. Chabala on the wing. Clowney drives in. Collision. Ball deflected away. No whistle on the contact. And Cape Fear with the steal. I'm wondering where we're going to see Correa come into the game. She was so vital in that comeback in the second quarter for Louisburg, and now I see 3 subs getting ready to come in for Louisburg, and Correa is one of those players who will come in right now. 4th team foul on the Canes, and free throws coming for Chisholm, I believe that is, who's slow to get up. So Carolina Correa into the game. Brianna Shalito is in. And I think that's also Kimora Cox. Chabala stays in the game, as does Rush for Louisburg. This was the 5, roughly, in that second quarter for Louisburg that was so active and helped them cut it down to a 3-point deficit. Canes have not led in this game. It's been wire-to-wire for Cape Fear so far as they look to build. Now Chisholm matches their biggest lead at 15 points. Chance to extend it here. DeMaya with 7 points, make it 8. And the biggest lead for the Sea Devils now out to 16 points. 2:25 remaining in the third quarter. Correa goes cross court. Chabala drives in. Turnaround shot, no, but she's fouled. So both teams with 4 team fouls here in this third quarter. Mackenzie Chabala scoreless so far today at 10 points as Louisburg took down Richard Bland in the quarterfinals yesterday. Chabala, 73% free throw shooter on the season. Third foul on Little. Cape Fear does not have a deep bench, so got to watch the fouls. Sims is already on the bench. Why was there only 1 free throw shot there? Did they count the bucket? If they count the bucket, the score is wrong, but there was no bucket to count. Does anybody out there know what just happened? I don't know. But they got one. So, did I miss a free throw as I'm looking down at my notes? Holmgren's been hot today from 3. She stays hot. Kelly Holmgren, 6 3-pointer. 18 points for Holmgren. Driving in, Chabala, and gets it to go. First field goal for McKenzie. Lead is 16 for the Sea Devils. J.C. Bolden out deep with it. Minute 27 to go here in the third quarter. McDonald back to Bolden. Henderson, defense went for the steal, and she banks it. Jelia Henderson's got 7 here today, surpassing her total of 6 yesterday. Spinning Korea, and she's called for steps. So once again, Cape Fear matches its biggest lead at 18. Jason Rasnick got to make a change as I believe that's Sturdivant in for Rush. Paul, you're the only friend I've got. Neither one of us know what happened on that free throw. So inside a minute to go. Paul, who's your daughter at Bryan and Stratton, by the way? Did I get that right? You're a parent, I think, one of the players? Correct me if I'm wrong. Nice backdoor cut there for Cape Fear as McDonald lays it up and in. Maya McDonald's first 2. She was scoreless yesterday. The lead grows to 20 for Cape Fear. And the Sea Devils well in control of this one. (54-34). It's all Cape Fear. About a 3-second difference. Game and shot clock. Sea Devils can run some time here. The Sea Devils team that won its first 16 games this year. Best start in program history. Ranked as high as 16 in the D2 poll after that fast start. Falling to Louisburg twice during the regular season and taking out that frustration up to this point here in the semifinal. Last shot time for Louisburg. Here's Korea with 4 to go. Korea attacks, can't score, ball deflected out, and the Sea Devils running away with this one. 10 minutes left to go here in this first semifinal, and the 2 seed leading Louisburg 54-34. We'll be back with the final quarter after this. All right, back to live action as the Sea Devils are 10 minutes away from the championship game. They lead at 54-34. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Out of the timeout for Cape Fear, it's Bolden, Holmgren, McDonald, Henderson, and Chisholm as Henderson gets it down low. She's got 9 here today. Lead out to 22. It's the biggest of the day. And a blocking foul. They're going to count that bucket there for Chabala, who is fired up. Opportunity for an old school three-point play here for the Hurricanes. Chabala, good free throw shooter at 73%. She's up to 6 points. All of that coming here in this second half. Holmgren gets it out to McDonald. Holmgren step back. She thought about it. Looking for the heat check. 6 3-pointers for Holmgren. She's got 18. How about a three for McDonald? Why not? Maya McDonald up to 5 points here today. Another turnover here. Jumper no good by Henderson. Canes get the stop. I believe it's Cox over on the far side. Cox is out there with Smith. Cox buries a triple. Kimora Cox, second three-pointer, all 6 from behind the arc. J.C. Bolden on the near side. Chisholm. Shot blocked. Nice defense there by Smith. Love her energy. Smith now attacks the runner. Did a nice job on that pull-up as J.C. Bolden was ready to take the charge, and Smith gets there and gets the runner before the contact is made. Alert offensive play. Meanwhile, back down the court, it's Chisholm who's shaken up. Demaya Chisholm with 8 points today looks like she's walking under her own power, but an injury timeout as we step aside. All right, so hopefully Chisholm is okay. Don't forget the photos from yesterday are up. We'll put up the QR code again at the next time out, but start getting your souvenirs ordered. J.C. Bolden on the left side of your screen. She'll attack. Being more of a facilitator today. Holmgren, boy, she is unconscious. Kelly Holmgren with 20. She had 4 yesterday. 20 today. Quick answer by Chabala. Well, Mackenzie Chabala's not quitting on this. Lead is 17 for Cape Fear. It's been as high as 22. Henderson top of the key. Henderson into the lane. Bolden now will attack. Can't score. Offensive rebound. Put back no by McDonald. McDonald stays with it and scores again. She's got 7. Chabala feeling hot. Short on the triple, though, and it's deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Cape Fear. Brianna Shaletto will come into the game now for Kimora Cox. Blocking foul going to be called. That'll send Trinity Smith to the free throw line. Chance for her to get into double digits. With 6:44 to go here in the basketball game. Trinity Smith, 83% free throw shooter. Had 9 points yesterday. She's got 8 here today. Smith, one of the sophomores who, I don't like to generalize. Not everybody plays JUCO basketball looking to get into a four-year school, but assuming that Smith is one of those players, you've seen how active she is on the court. 9 points per ball game, 5 rebounds. Now with 9 points here today as well. Set the 5 for you here. Some changes. Shalito stays out there. Correa is in. Chabala's still in the game. Daniels and Henderson now in double figures with 11 points. Chabala's still out there. Who am I missing? Down low, that's Daniels with a bucket. Daniels now in double figures with 11. Smith, I think, was the 5th player I missed. J.C. Bolden with the cut out to Holmgren. First miss in a while. Ball trickled out as Smith lost control, and then a collision there, and Bolden is down. Chisholm went out with an injury. She's back out there helping J.C. Bolden up. So everybody looks to be okay with 6:02 left to go in the game. So Henderson, Bolden, Chisholm, Holmgren out there with Little. Correa into the forecourt now. Daniels on the right. Daniels drives in. Rebound by Chisholm. And Correa over-aggressive defensively. It's the first foul in the quarter on Louisburg. Holmgren over to Little. And that ball deflected out of bounds, last touch by Louisburg. Cape Fear will have the bulk of the shot clock still to work with at 21. Well, a 25-win season for the Hurricanes. Likely going to come to an end here today, but another successful year, though, as Henderson just outworking everybody. Henderson now has 13 on the day. Offensive foul going to be called there. It's the second on Louisburg. Got a wet spot out on the court, has us held up here. Don't forget, 20 minutes after this game concludes, we are grinding to the close of this one, but it will be over in 5 minutes, 13 seconds, and then we'll have a 20-minute warm-up period and our second semifinal. Bryan and Stratton, the top seed, taking on Southwest Virginia. And if you're just joining us, what a 24 hours it's been for Southwest Virginia. They had to hold off Wake Tech for a rally, feeling good, getting the momentum, and they're on their way to dinner yesterday, and they're in a pretty significant car accident. Again, everybody's okay. At least everybody. I know that evidently they got hit by somebody who was suffering some kind of a medical emergency that happened while this person was behind the wheel, and just wrong place, wrong time for Southwest Virginia. So hopefully that person is doing well as well. But we know, thankfully, at least no injuries on the team. Thad Lambert, the head coach, I talked to him today, and he took the worst of it. I'm going back for Louisburg, this 25-win season here. is the most in quite a bit. Have to go back to 2017-18 when they went 23-5, and even then, still 2 more than that so far. The season prior to that, 2016-17, Louisburg went 26-6. So we're past the midway point. We got a timeout. We'll step aside once again. That's me, Chris Shima. Glad to be with you. Back out of the timeout. We're past the midway point here in the final quarter with Cape Fear leading this game wire to wire. J.C. Bolden is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. 12 points for J.C. Bolden. Kelly Holmgren leads them with 20. 13 for Henderson. Bolden's got 12. Chisholm with 8. 7 for McDonald. Region 10 Player of the Year is a 75% free throw shooter. One out of 2, Baker's dozen for J.C. Bolden. Boy, Little, who had 23 points yesterday, just 3 points today, yet Cape Fear is up by 21, their second leading scorer. Combination of things. Like we talked about at the get-go as Daniels buries the 3, it was really going to come down to rebounding today, and Cape Fear clamped down on the glass. That was really the difference in the first 2 games that Louisburg won. They were combined plus 40 in rebounding in those 2 games. Sims comes up short. Sims follows it and scores again. Ciara Sims with 6. Inside 4 minutes left to go here in this one. J.C. Bolden gets a screen. Step back jumper for J.C. in and out. Rebound controlled by Smith. Player down for Cape Fear. Numbers right now for Louisburg. Smith, it trickles out to Clowney, who's back in. Daniels tries another 3. Gets another 3. Candace Daniels, what a player. She is another sophomore for the Hurricanes. Second team All-Region. Matching her season average today with 17 points. Heat check time, and Holmgren cannot miss. 23 today for Kelly Holmgren. A traveling call there on Daniels. Clowney will come out of the game. So will Daniels, as Cox and Shalito come back in. Brianna scoreless so far today. Bolden the bounce pass to Sims. Sims spins, shoots, can't score. Fighting for the rebound against two defenders, and Smith comes away with it, then has her pocket pick, diving for it at midcourt. It'll be a tie-up. Jump ball possession arrow, I think, favors Louisburg. It does. Shalito, top of the key. Here is Sturdivant for three. Offensive rebound rush, put back no good. Cape Fear content to use the clock. It's their best friend in the whole wide world right now, up by 20. Traveling going to be called there. So most wins in about 6 years for the Hurricanes this season, a 20-win Region 10 record, beating nationally ranked Cape Fear twice during the regular season. This one will leave a bad taste in your mouth, but it always does for all but one team at the end. But still a successful year by anybody's standards. Another timeout. Why not? Let's stop the clock some more in a 20-point game. We'll be back here in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. 2:01 left to go here in this one. Cape Fear going to get a wire-to-wire victory. It'll be their 25th of the year. Sierra Sims putting a little extra scoop of ice cream in the sundae. That will be a Cape Fear victory. They're going back to the Region 10 championship game. Sea Devils starting to get comfortable in this tournament, as they are back in that championship game yet again. I talked to athletic director Ryan Mantlow a little bit, maybe a couple weeks ago or something, and I said, I think you got yourself a coach there, and he agreed. Taylor Todd Williams, who played at Cape Fear before finishing her degree. I think she was at ECU. I'm not 100% on that, Coach. You can get me together if I'm wrong. But came back to Cape Fear, was an assistant coach, took over last season, and has really continued on the tradition at Cape Fear. Trinity Smith in double figures now with 12. As we go inside a minute left to go, Sea Devils will await their winner, or their opponent, excuse me. Again, the championship game for Cape Fear fans, it'll be at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Of course, get out to the gym if you can, but if not, we'll have it for you here on YouTube. Sea Devils content to run the clock. Chisholm. Oh, it almost went. So shot clock is off, and that was off Cape Fear. I mentioned a couple of sophomores, Smith and Daniels, of course. Diamond Sturdivant with 5 points today. And Shalito, the other sophomore, is Chloe Rush, who had 2 points today. And it looks like they're just going to dribble this thing out. Canes will end their season hopefully holding their heads high. What a year it was for Louisburg at 25-5, but a dominating performance in the semifinals for the Cape Fear Sea Devils. They win today 75-56. And the Sea Devils at 25-4 reach the Region 10 Tournament Championship game. As we take a look at the updated bracket, again, championship game tomorrow at 2 p.m. We got one more semifinal to figure out first, though. It's Bryan and Stratton, the 1 seed, taking on Southwest Virginia, the 4 seed, and we're going to have it for you in about 20 minutes from right now. So come on back a little after 6 o'clock local time for our second semifinal. Thanks for watching.